Hello, and welcome to Rowan University. Please take a moment to locate the fire exit nearest your seat and aisle. In an emergency, please exit quickly and quietly. Regarding this event, please note the following. Smoking is not permitted in the auditorium or throughout the building. Please disable all cell phones, beepers, or other electronic devices. Food and beverages are not permitted. The use of cameras and recording equipment is strictly prohibited in the auditorium. Thank you for your cooperation. Enjoy the program.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask all who are able to please rise for the processional.
Good morning, everyone. Please remain standing for the national anthem performed by Rowan SOM student Shwarti Nanduri, class of 2023.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Great job, Shruti. Thank you. That was wonderful. Welcome, students and guests, to this white coat ceremony for the class of 2023. I am Dr. Tom Cavalieri, Dean of Rowan SOM. I'd like to start this morning's program with a video presentation which provides highlights about Rowan SOM and why this is such an exciting time in our school. I am Dr. Tom Cavalieri, Dean of our Stratford campus, and I want to tell you why this is a very exciting time at the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine. The medical profession is changing at light speed, and we must innovate to continue to meet our goal of developing clinically skillful, compassionate, culturally competent physicians from diverse backgrounds to meet the healthcare needs of the patients we serve and develop the physician workforce that our nation truly needs. These efforts to innovate also extend to our mission areas in research and patient care, where we seek to advance research and discovery and improve health while providing exceptional patient-centered care to respond to the needs of the community, especially the underserved and the special needs populations. I am very proud of the accomplishments of our school, especially since becoming Rowan University. And I am excited about the extraordinary developments that we have endeavored and are planning in the very near future. Finally, I am grateful to our outstanding students, residents, faculty, and staff who make Rowan SOM the very best place to work, learn, and grow. We will always keep the tradition of osteopathic medicine at the forefront as we focus on our collective commitment to improve the mind, body, and spirit of our patients and build the academic health center of the future.
For the past 3 years, Rowan SOM faculty, students, and staff have researched national best practices in medical education and the rapid advances in medicine that change the training needs of practicing physicians. The result of these years of research and collaboration is our tensegrity curriculum. Being an osteopathic physician is more than just medical knowledge. We want physicians who truly treat the whole patient, mind, body, and spirit. So our curriculum trains the whole physician. Our tensegrity curriculum integrates and balances the multiple components needed to make you the best physician you can be. This includes not only medical knowledge, but also research skills, leadership skills, and community engagement. Our curriculum ensures our graduates will be able to compete at the highest level for residencies and ultimately provide the best care for our communities.
The Clinical Education and Assessment Center is excited about its upcoming expansion and what it means for Rowan SOM. Projected to be up and running during the 2020-2021 academic year, the new center will be roughly 15,000 square feet, or triple the size of what it is currently. For the first time, it will feature hospital-themed rooms for human patient simulator experiences, or mannequin-based simulation, and a laboratory space for medical procedure training with task trainers. It will also add additional ambulatory-themed rooms to better support standardized patient programming and classroom space to host lectures and small group discussions.
The expansion comes at a critical time when opportunities for hands-on experience for students in the hospital setting are much more limited. Simulation-based training and assessment are now essential to preparing the next generation of doctors. We are enthusiastic about our new state-of-the-art Sim Center and the opportunities it will provide to enhance clinical training for our medical students. Here at Rowan SOM, we remain committed to excellence in education and to producing the best osteopathic physicians for the future.
Research at SOM is growing at an unprecedented pace. Building on an already strong foundation in cell and molecular biology, the School of Osteopathic Medicine has recently made a substantial investment in neuroscience. Existing and new laboratories in these departments focus on topics ranging from cancer biology and neurodegenerative disorders to drug addiction and drug relapse, the performance-enhancing effects of psychostimulant drugs, mechanisms of stress and anxiety, autism, and traumatic brain injury. Overall, the synergies between the basic science and clinical practice on the SOM campus provide a strong foundation for improved patient care, including recent development of new diagnostic tools for pain management and Alzheimer's disease, and novel genetically based treatment strategies for Canavan's disease.
Rowan SOM is going through a lot of growth and change. One of the things I'd like to tell you about is our new campus located nearby in Sewell, New Jersey. We are well into the development of a new building that will not only host a medical school campus for 72 students on the second floor, but also a multidisciplinary group practice on the ground floor. The 72 students per class will learn the basic and introductory clinical sciences in small groups led by a faculty facilitator, using realistic clinical cases as the basis of learning. This creates a rich context in which to understand and integrate the sciences. Our PBL students on the Stratford campus have been very successful, equivalent to the traditional curriculum students. What is unique about this campus is that students will have the opportunity to do their clinical experiences during their first and second years downstairs in the practices of family medicine, pediatrics, Risen, and the Neuromuscular Institute. What a rich learning environment for students. Stay tuned for more information as the project develops.
Here at Rowan Medicine, we practice nothing but compassion and care. This is the essential nutrient that all of our physicians practice to you, the Rowan community. My job is to make sure I mentor young physicians here at Rowan, as we all do, to practice compassion and care. They have the responsibility to deliver to you, not only to advocate for you, but the knowledge base, advocate for patient care, to treat you responsibly so that you are satisfied and know that we, as the Rowan community of physicians, bring you the best care that we can possibly give.
Rowan Integrated Special Needs Center, Risen, is the first special needs primary care facility in the South Jersey region to focus on this effort. Rowan Medicine has designed a fully integrated suite of services called Risen Center, including primary care as the foundation, behavioral health as an embedded service, caregiver support services and access to primary care for the whole family, as well as care coordination to assist in transition and navigation within the complicated health system and beyond into the community. Rowan SOM's medical students, upon entering this new campus, will get exposure to diverse pathology, complex patient dynamics with multiple service lines, as well as be mindful of our responsibility to bring value and stewards of cost to the care we deliver to our community. Risen Center hopes to build the bridges between patients and their communities to strive for all to be healthy, productive, and engaged citizens.
Now that you have heard about these exciting developments, I think you'll agree that this is a truly transformative time for the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine. Thank you for your continued support. We have an amazing academic technology team that put that together just over the past couple days, so we're very thankful for their talent and great work. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome the students of the class of 2023 and their family and friends to this very special assembly. This is one of the greatest days of the school year when we welcome our next generation of osteopathic physicians. It is a privilege to preside over this occasion to welcome to the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine this class of 2023. Before I begin the program, I'd like to introduce the members of the platform. First, our president, Dr. Ali Hushman. Dr. Hushman, thank you for all the support to our school. Next is Dr. Jen Caudle. She's the 2019 Distinguished Alumnus Award recipient, and she'll be our keynote speaker today. Then Dr. James Newell, the Senior Vice President for Medical Affairs and Affiliated Campuses. Jim, thank you for all you do for us, and you'll be hearing from both Dr. Hushman, Dr. Newell, and then Dr. Caudle a little later. We have tremendous support from the board of Rowan University. With us is the chair of the board, Mr. Chad Bruner. Chad, thank you. Also, Dr. Barbara Chamberlain from the board of Rowan University. Thank you, Barbara, and other board members for their tremendous support. Also on the platform, many of our students already got to know very well Dr. Linda Boyd, our Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Kathy Lambert, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, and you all know Ms. Paula Watkins, Assistant Dean for Admissions. Also with us on the platform is Dr. David Bullard, President of the New Jersey Association of Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons, and a board member of our Alumni Association. I want to take this opportunity to thank our New Jersey Association for their tremendous support for our students. It is through their generosity that we have the white coats And on the coats, you'll see a patch that represents the close relationship between the New Jersey Association of Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons and Rowan SOM. Also on the platform is the President of Student Council, who you'll hear from a little later, student Dr. Juhi Patel. I am also pleased to welcome many special guests who are here in the audience, and I'd like to point them out. With us is Dr. Andrea Iannizelli. She's president of our Alumni Association. Dr. John Bertinoli, who is one of our full-time faculty and the immediate past president of the Alumni Association. Dr. Ira Monka, he is a member of the Board of Trustees of the American Osteopathic Association and a past president of our Alumni Association. Dr. Todd Schachter on our Faculty and Admissions Committee, and he is an Alumni Association member emeritus. Dr. Carrie Mantell, also on our Alumni Association board. Dr. Steve Cable is with us. He's the president-elect of the New Jersey Association of Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons. Ms. Taima Katorik is the executive director for the New Jersey Association of Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons. Also with us is Mr. Joe Devine, president of Jefferson Health New Jersey, Dr. David Kuntz, vice president for academic affairs for Hackensack Meridian Health, and Mr. Richard Jones, vice president for student engagement of Rowan University. Also here is Dr. Carl Hock, our Senior Associate Dean for Research in our Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, Dr. Pam Bayshore, Associate Dean for Assessment, Dr. Millicent Chanel, Assistant Dean for Curriculum, Dr. George Scott, Assistant Dean for Clinical Education, Mr. Dean Michichi, Assistant Dean for Student Programs and Alumni Engagement, Dr. Danielle Cooley, Chair of the Department of Osteopathic Manipulative Medicine, Dr. Josh Koren, Chair of the Department of Family Medicine, Dr. Adam Holtzberg, Chair of the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Dr. Iannuzzi, Interim Chair of the Department of Pediatrics, Dr. Frank Levin, Chair of the Department of Emergency Medicine, Dr. Steve Scheinthal, Chair of the Department of Psychiatry, Dr. Barry Waterhouse, Chair of the Department of Cell Biology and Neuroscience, Dr. Judy Lightfoot, Vice Chair of the Department of Medicine, Dr. Vic Scally, the Director of our Problem-Based Learning Programs, Dr. Kevin Overback, Vice Chair for Education of our Department of Geriatrics and Gerontology. And lastly, joining us is our president's wife, Mrs. Farah Hushman. We're so happy to have all of this support for our students. You have a lot of tremendous support from our faculty and leaders here to help you to achieve the very goal that you would like to achieve, to become the very best physician possible. So let's give a round of applause for all of those leaders who make this possible. The model for the white coat ceremony was conceived by Dr. Arnold Gold, founder of the Arnold Gold Foundation, which is dedicated to creating innovative medical education programs that foster humanism in medicine. In 1996, Rowan SOM became the very first osteopathic medical school to hold a white coat ceremony. The white coat ceremony marks the official start of your career in osteopathic medicine and your induction into the Rowan SOM family. Like any family, we are here to support and encourage you so you can reach the goal of being the very finest physician possible. Students, you are the heart of the school. The journey will be filled with many ups and some challenges, but you will be rewarded with the highest privilege. That is the ability to be entrusted into your hands the care of human life, and we have great confidence that you will meet this challenge. As the class of 2023, you come to us from countless experiences and achievements. Among you, we welcome 4 legacy students, that is, sons and daughters of SOM alumni. In addition, 1 student is the sibling of a second-year student, and 2 of you in the class are cousins. So it's a real family. Many of you have experienced great successes in a wide variety of careers. You're an incredible group, including a former runway model, a competitive gymnastics coach, and several talented musicians, one of whom you can find on Spotify, and another who was on tour just this past summer. With 81% of this class from the state of New Jersey, we have a wide range of special interests, including 2 Eagle Scouts, a bee photographer, a multilinguist, one of the top long jumpers in Rutgers University history, and an all-conference javelin thrower. What a talented group, I'll say. The class also includes remarkable men and women who have selflessly served our country in the U.S. Army, the Air Force, the Armed Reserve National Guard. Notably, 1 student served in Qatar as a medic, and another was deployed overseas when he received the first of his 2 bachelor degrees. With all of that this class has already accomplished, we know that you have the ability to become outstanding physicians. Becoming a knowledgeable physician and a great physician will not be easy, but we know this goal of learning is part of your life, not just over the next 4 years, but a lifelong goal. You have chosen a great profession, a most noble profession, that is, at the very heart is the service of humanity. Imagine a profession where each day you help people, a profession in which you cure, you comfort, you improve the quality of the human condition, and you uphold the dignity of human life. Each day you will care for others, and from the perspective of osteopathic medicine, caring for the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. To the parents, congratulations on the accomplishments of your sons and daughters and the family as well. You also have a significant role. You have nurtured and supported these young men and women to help them get where they are today, but you all know your job is not complete. They will need your continued support and encouragement. They will need your words of wisdom, and sometimes they will need someone to listen to them during a difficult time on the journey. I know for me, the support of family, my parents in particular, and friends, and the support of my faith was essential to my success. And I know to our students here, you'll find support in those same individuals, and you'll be supporting one another, we know. We also have a great faculty. I always say, and students, you're going to hear this repeatedly, that you're the heart of the school. You're the center of why we're here, to create great physicians for the future. But I tell the faculty they're the soul of the school, because you really can't train great physicians without having great faculty. And we have many faculty that are nationally known in their field and are here committed because they want to do research, they want to care for patients, but they also want to create great physicians for the future. And I'm so proud of our faculty. They will be great mentors for you. So, to our new students, I promise you that we will do our very best to support your journey. as you put forth your greatest effort in pursuit of your goal of becoming caring, skillful, and compassionate physicians. Welcome to the Rowan SOM family. It is now my honor to introduce to you Dr. Ali Hushman, the president of Rowan University. Thanks in large part to Dr. Hushman's vision, Rowan University is deeply invested in healthcare education. His vision has rapidly lifted the university to its current status as a Carnegie classified national doctoral research institution, and he is one of the region's most recognized advocates for expanded access to higher education as well as medical care. His support for research and medical care is evidenced by Rowan University's commitment to commit $50 million over a 10-year period to support research in Camden that involves collaboration throughout the university as well as Rowan SOM. Under his leadership, we are well on our way to realizing Dr. Hushman's vision of having Rowan SOM being one of the largest osteopathic medical schools in the country and the most respected osteopathic medical school as well. His goal in expanding our school is to meet the nation and our state's physician shortage. Dr. Hushman, thank you for being with us.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the entire 24,000-strong Rowan family, I would like to welcome all of you, especially the class of 2023, to Rowan University. I want to particularly thank the family members and congratulate you for, number one, trusting your loved one with us, and number two, having them to be amongst the most selected people who enter this medical school. This is a highly selective medical school. In my view, it's the jewel of Rowan University and the state of New Jersey. It's the one that provides the most primary care physicians to the state of New Jersey, and I absolutely admire the faculty and the staff and dedication that they have, and I trust them with my own life and my own wife and my own doctor, and everybody who treats me is a DO, so I trust you guys a lot. Well, as some of you probably have watched the movie Patch Adam, where the professor entered the hallway just like this, and he said, we're going to make a doctor out of each of you by subjecting you to long and boring speeches that you have to sit down and listen. We will deprive you of sleep, food, shower, and yes, you will smell, believe me, sometimes, but you will end up being amongst the most successful people that this country desperately needs and this state desperately needs. I'm truly proud of each and every one of you. Remember, this university had 5,500 applicants for over 200 seats, and that's roughly 26 students. 26 applicants for each position. And these applicants are all self-selected. They're all very, very good. They all have great GPAs, they've gone to great undergraduate educations, they've got good MCAT, but there are certain special traits that you have that caused our faculty to select you to be here. So you have accomplished great by being here, and you're going to be great doctors in 4 years. Congratulations to all of you. I promise I won't subject you to long speech. Just wanted to say one desire that I have and one thing that I really would want to do more than anything else. We are in the midst of our capital campaign, and for me, finding ways to help students to pay for their education or not to be subjected to massive amount of debt is very, very important. It is one area, the student debt, that is really damaging the higher education, and I would dare say the progress of this country with $1.5 trillion debt out there. it really is a serious, serious issue. It causes people to delay so many important activities, starting families, buying home, buying cars, because undergraduates come out of college with well over $30,000 debt, and the average indebtedness of Rowan SOM currently stands at $220,000. That's a lot of money. That's a huge mortgage. My aim and my goal and my greatest desire is that one day, I hope it would be by the time you graduate, that I can have significant amount of money raised so that I can ask each and every one of you to stay in this state, to work in the state, and we can in return pay your entire debt. I hope that happens. I look forward to that. Once again, congratulations. You're amazing. The diversity of this class blows me away. Congratulations to all of you, and welcome to Rowan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hushman, for your extraordinary leadership for Rowan University. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. James Newell, the Senior Vice President for Medical Affairs and affiliated campuses. Jim, under your guidance, your wisdom and support for SOM, we've been able to shape the future of our school. And I thank you very much for your leadership, and thank you for joining us to say a few words of greeting.
So my doctor is an SOM doctor as well. In fact, you saw him talk about the new simulation center. I assure you, in person, his body continues beyond his torso. This is my second year overseeing SOM, and one of the things that I learned is that medical school students' perceptions are different than other students. When I think back of my graduate education, this would be true for undergraduates as well, most people think of their experience beginning on the first day of class and ending with graduation. That is not the case for medical students. Today is the first of two bookends that you will perceive as the beginning of your career in medicine, and it's entirely appropriate that you would. The white coat you are receiving today is filled with symbolism that you all already know, but it is incredibly important in that it represents your beginning of a profession in osteopathic medicine. And if you think about it, it's entirely appropriate that this would be this way, because while it's the first of many white coats you will wear in your career, and they will grow longer in time, they will also come with different affiliation patches. For the vast majority of you, you will be wearing a version of this coat every day from today until the day you retire. That is an incredibly awesome moment, and it's not surprising that it has so much significance. I would say that the white coat is not just something that you wear on you, but it is something that becomes part of you. In many ways, I think it has an analogy to a wedding ring. It's something you are going to wear regularly, and it reflects an ongoing commitment. In the case of the coat, not to a single person, but to a profession and to the humanity and dignity of every patient you will see throughout the duration of your career. And so as you sit there today at the launch of your medical school career with lots of excitement and a little bit of fear, I think that this symbol becomes an incredibly important part of that entry. I also think that if we think about what the other end, the other bookend of this time is, it's not commencement for you, it's match day. And that's the day where you will find out what that next affiliation patch is going to say and where you are going to spend the next, well, let's say 3 and go up from there, years of your life, working on things. That day is an incredibly important day as well, and you again will approach it with great excitement and a little bit of fear. But the one thing that I know with absolute certainty, the education that you are about to receive over the next 4 years at Rowan SOM is going to prepare you to compete with graduates from any medical school in the country. You should be incredibly proud of yourself. You are ready for the challenges that face you. Congratulations and welcome, class of 2023.
Thanks again, Jim. It is now my privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Jen Caudle, a member of the class of 2005 and an associate professor of family medicine here at Rowan SOM. Dr. Caudle is a dedicated clinician, teacher, mentor, and advocate for our osteopathic profession. She received the 2019 Distinguished Alumnus Award in recognition of her great leadership and exemplary service. Dr. Caudle's portfolio includes professional, academic, and clinical achievements on state and national levels that encompass both the medical profession and print and broadcast media. Dr. Caudle has developed a national reputation as an insightful media analyst and commentator on healthcare topics. Her career in the media follows the arch of her medical training, beginning with her days as an SOM student. Today, she is one of the most recognized and trusted media voices in the nation on topics related to healthcare, medicine, scientific research, and this came after more than a decade of hard work to get her where she is today, and a lot of determination. With regular and frequent appearances on the Dr. Oz Show, regular appearances on CNN, Fox News, and Today, inclusion in USA Today, Reader's Digest, Cosmopolitan, Good Housekeeping, and many other publications in print and online. Dr. Caudle provides perspective and insight on research and healthcare topics. In addition to her busy clinical practice at our Rowan Medicine, Department of Family Medicine office in Sewell, Washington Township, she is a tireless teacher and an inspirational mentor for our medical students, and many of you, our students, will get to have the privilege to work with her. She serves as the lead course director for the third-year Family Medicine Clerkship Program. She also is a national spokesperson for the American Osteopathic Association. She serves on numerous committees for our profession, including the National Board of Osteopathic Medical Examiners, the American Osteopathic Association, and the American College of Osteopathic Family Physicians. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jen.
Thank you. Well, I'm so excited to see all of you. And I think I speak for many of my colleagues on the stage and in the audience when I say, we've been waiting for you. We've been looking forward to you coming for months. And I know that you've already started school, you've already had a beginning and a taste of what medical school is like, but this is just as much exciting for you as it is for us. Today is a day that you're never going to forget. Today is a day that you're always going to be proud of, and it was so nice seeing all of you process in and seeing you wave at family and friends and parents and family wave back at you, almost like the first day of school, because in some ways, I'm sure that's how it feels. Today really signifies a new chapter in your life and in your family's life as well. And in preparation, I wanted some inspiration to think about how I wanted to frame my words today. So, of course, I went to Instagram. I spend a lot of time on social media with the media work that I do. I get a lot of the health stories that I pitch and that I talk about from Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, so I'm always on social media. Anyway, so I put in hashtag white coat ceremony over the last few days to see what came up. And what came up were nothing but photos of students and families and friends and loved ones posing in pictures, standing outside of their medical schools, DOs, MDs throughout the country, proud and excited. And it was so nice to see. On Twitter, I've seen some of our DO colleagues tweeting deans, et cetera, about the first day and white coat ceremony. So it's really exciting. So I give you permission to post about this day, by the way, on social media. It's truly that important. But I also, as I was continuing to think about what I wanted to talk about, I also took a trip down memory lane to my own white coat ceremony. First of all, I should say that, digressing a little bit, my mother keeps everything, by the way. My mother has every ID badge from every hospital I've ever worked at. Yeah, from Kennedy Stratford when I was a medical student to Our Lady of Lourdes when I was a resident. She's got them all. She's got all of the white coats I've ever owned, the ones that I give her. And she still has my white coat from this ceremony when I went through this about 18 years ago. Even she has the name badge even. It's unbelievable. So parents and family, you have permission to keep the coats after the years go by. But I also started looking through my own stuff that I had in my home, and I actually found the program for my white coat ceremony back in 2001. It was kept neatly in a book that we received. You know, I say all this to say, this is exactly what this day is about. It's about 20 years from now for you, looking back on this day, thinking about the white coat that you're getting, the program, the speakers, the feeling, the vibe. That's what this day is about. And it's just as important as it feels. You know, when I was coming through school, white coat ceremony was actually before school started. So I know you guys have been in school, but when I did mine, we hadn't started school yet. And I remember I had so many emotions. I mean, I was excited. I was proud, I was nervous, you know, it felt like the first day of school, you know, those first day of school jitters, you know, who's gonna sit with me at the lunchroom and am I gonna make any friends, that kind of stuff, which is normal. But I also wondered, am I gonna cut it? Am I going to be successful? I was also moving to New Jersey and unsure about how I felt about becoming a New Jersey resident. Yes, it's amazing. Being a New Jersey resident is amazing. 81% of our school is from New Jersey. But there were so many things that I was wondering about, and I know that as you've started school, you might have these as well. But I also remember being eager and excited. And if you feel any way like this, then you're spot on. So we know that the white coat ceremony began in 1993 at Columbia University's College of Physicians and Surgeons. It really is a rite of passage, and that's what we're here to celebrate. So first of all, you know, Dean Cavalieri and Dr. Hushman and so many others today have already congratulated you, and I want to share in that. But I also want to invite you to congratulate yourselves, especially if you haven't done that recently. You know, maybe just give yourself a little high five in your brains, or, you can clap your hands, whatever you want to do. Give yourselves a round of applause, whatever it is, but I want you to congratulate yourselves. And the reason why is because it's been a long journey, hasn't it? It's been a long road. You know it. Your families know it. It's been a very, very long road. Whether you've come right out of college, or maybe you've worked another job, maybe you had another career, maybe you did a post-bac program or an advanced degree, the path has been challenging. This road isn't easy for anyone. It's long and it's tough for everyone. I can promise you that. But the fact that you're here means that you're a whole bunch of things. Of them, you're dedicated, right? You're perseverant, you're passionate, and you're hardworking. And that's just at a minimum. So if you haven't congratulated yourself anytime recently on getting to this point, you really should, because you've earned it and you deserve this. You know, this is an exciting journey because, you have the chance to fulfill a dream. You have the chance to really learn and study something that you're very likely passionate about, I'm trusting, because you're here. You know, we all have different reasons why we became interested in medicine, right? For some people, some of you, maybe you have a health condition that has shaped your life, or maybe a family member or a friend that's had a medical condition that influenced you. Maybe you had a mentor that encouraged you. I was born and raised in the state of Iowa, and when I was young, my little brother had really bad asthma. And our family doctor, his name was Dr. Johnson, he used to make house calls. He actually went to Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine and introduced me to the osteopathic world. But he was the only black physician I'd ever seen at that time growing up. And he used to come in the middle of the night and he'd pull out his doctor bag, and it seemed like he was a superhero. I felt like he was Superman, and it was amazing. So maybe you have someone in your life that was a mentor. Maybe you come from a whole lineage of doctors and you're the next in line. Maybe you've been a nurse or an EMT or a physician's assistant and you said, hey, I think I want to be a doctor. Or maybe none of that is the case. Maybe you've just always wanted to do this for some reason. But regardless of what brought you here, this is your chance. This is your shot. And what's particularly exciting is that you chose Rowan SOM. Now, of course, I'm biased. Well, we all are, right? Dr. Hushman and Dr. Cavalieri talked about how competitive it is to get into this school, as well as so many others. But I personally feel like you get to study at an institution that truly cares about your growth and development. Dean Cavalieri, and he really does say this all the time. He always says that the students are the heart of the school and the faculty are the soul. He says it almost every speech I hear him give, and I'm so glad he says it because he's right. And he believes it. And we believe it too. You know, many of the faculty in this room, Dr. Lambert, Dean Cavalieri, Dr. Hushman, Paula, I've known Paula Watkins since before I was a medical student, Dr. Corin, Dr. Lightfoot, Dr. Randall, who is my resident on ICU rotation. These are people that, they're not just faculty members. They're not just people here. Patient care is their #1 mission, but equally as important to that is your success. And I can't tell you how true and how important that is when you're coming to a school. It's not just about you fulfilling your mission of learning about medicine. It's the fact also that you've chosen to do it in a place that really cares about who you are. And the reason why that matters is because this place is going to help you become who you were meant to be. You have so many interests. We've talked about this. Some of you are family members. Some of you have family members in other classes. Gosh, all the careers that were mentioned. We've got musicians, the singer, beautiful, by the way, beautiful anthem at the beginning of the program. Congratulations. So many talents, right? We have military personnel. The list goes on and on and on. And I love that. And the thing about Rowan is that it's actually going to help you grow and achieve in ways that you could never imagine. You know, I do a lot of media work, as you know. My time, I'm in the family medicine department. I've been an attending physician for about 10 years. And my time is split up about a day and a half. I see patients in the office in Washington Township. I teach a course for third-year family medicine clerkship students, so I'll see you in third year, guys. You'll be in my course. But 2 days a week, and often other times as well, I'm doing media work. I'm on television, et cetera. This past week, it was HLN. Every week, every day, it's something different. But something I've always felt that I haven't always gotten to say this to the people that really matter the most to me here. I don't know if I've actually gotten to tell them. I've always felt that my media career has been made here. I've appeared on the Dr. Oz show about 37 times since 2012. I appear on TV about 150 times a year. And that's almost entirely because of Rowan. When I was a third-year medical student, when I started becoming interested in media, I wondered, how do news programs pick the stories that they broadcast about? How do they learn how to interpret the stories? How do the reporters pick the stories? And I remember learning about a medical broadcasting rotation, an elective at Channel 6 ABC News in Philadelphia. I called them up, and I walked into the office of Dr. Kruger, Dean Kruger, who was the academic affairs dean at the time, and asked him if I could do this elective as a third year. So instead of going to the hospital, I went to a news station, riding around in vans with reporters. And he said, sure, and he helped me get there. When I was a medical resident, I still continued my interest in media, and at that time, that was before blogs, so I had a newsletter. It was called The Health Update. Big stuff, okay? It was a newsletter. I put everybody that I knew in my contact list on the mailing list for this newsletter, and I used to write articles for local publications. And Dr. Corin, who's the chair of the family medicine department now, he was my attending at the time in the Hainesport office. He would read my articles before I'd print them. I wasn't a licensed physician at that time. I was still a resident. So he read all of my articles just to make sure I wasn't saying anything crazy. Very important, actually. Quite important. And even now, my work, doing media work, I don't know any other doctor that has the opportunity that I have, and it's because of the foresight and the forethinking of Rowan SOM. I say this to say that these opportunities exist for you as well. So just as you've taken this journey to learn and to study a discipline that you care passionately about, you've also chosen the right place to do that. Because the people here care so much about who you are as a person and you becoming the person that you were always meant to be. So it's an exciting journey, right? You're excited, but it's not the easiest journey. You've already been in school, so you've probably had a few exams already. There are going to be times that you don't sleep enough, times that you don't sleep at all, times that you might wonder if you're going to make it or wonder how you will make it. You're going to miss family and friends, and you're going to miss life's events that you don't want to miss. You're going to sacrifice some of your personal interests and hobbies, and at times you might feel like you're actually sacrificing yourself. But what's going to get you through is your mission, the mission that you hold dearly. I wrote, just as probably many of you wrote in your med school essays, that you wanted to help people, right? You don't have to raise your hands, but I'm sure most of us wrote some variation of, we wanted to help people. And I don't say that in jest, I say that because I'm proud of that. Right? That's what we want to do. That's what doctors do, is they help people. You probably talked about how you wanted to impact society, or how you wanted to make the world a better place, or how you wanted to help people live better lives, right? Well, we all want that, and that's why we're here. But that's also what's going to get you through this. And that's what got me through this as well. I have to be honest, though, when I was thinking about the practice of studying medicine, I know that at times throughout the journey, first and second years, you're getting ready for boards, and then clinical years, you're trying to get into residency, and there's always a milestone, right? And there's always a landmark, another test, another quiz, another exam. And I think when I was going through it, when I thought about what it was going to be like to be a doctor, I realize now, as an attending for 10 years, I got it wrong. I got it completely wrong. Being a doctor is many things I thought it was going to be, but probably the most important thing I got wrong. I thought I would like medicine, but what I didn't realize was how much better it was going to be than I ever could have imagined. I underestimated what this profession would be like. I underestimated and couldn't even imagine how wonderful it would actually be to help people. Taking those words right off the pages of our medical school essays. The ability to literally help change the course of a patient's life for the better is unimaginable. It will change your lives, I promise you. And that I didn't know. You're going to see babies being born. You're going to see people die. You're going to become parts of the lives of the families that you treat in ways that you never thought of. You'll have the opportunity to positively affect the lives of other people literally for the rest of their lives. And that's something I completely underestimated. And it's taught me what I believe about medicine, that the opportunity to become a doctor is a blessing, and it's a gift. Being a doctor is a privilege. We're lucky to be able to do this. And it's an honor to have the opportunity to do the work that we do, and to have the opportunity to help other people the way that we can. So while it may seem that you've chosen medicine, I would also argue that it's also chosen you. So in closing, a few words of advice for you. I have a list of 7 things, actually. First thing, I like lists that keep me on track. First thing is to remember this day, right? This is one of the best days ever. This is one of the most important days ever. It's almost like the beginning of the rest of your lives, even though you've been in med school for a few weeks. And it's as important as it feels. So parents and family members and spouses, et cetera, you have permission to keep the white coat forever and ever and ever. The second thing is to keep your friends and families close. You're going to want them close, but you're also going to need them to be close as well. You're going to need that support. The third thing is that when you get stressed out and you need a study break, take one. Look up funny medicine memes on Instagram, sit on your couch and watch an episode of Family Guy, do whatever you need to do, take a step back, regroup yourself, and come back renewed. We all need breaks at times. The fourth thing is when you have questions, make sure that you ask. Ask for directions, for help, for clarification, for advice, for anything, but just make sure that you ask. The fifth thing is to work hard, but don't forget your passions, whether it's music or arts or sports, etc. Even though your life will never be the same as what it was before you got into medical school, there's no reason for you to be different. You still need to make time for the person you were before you got here. It's not easy, but try. Work hard at it. The sixth thing is to not compare yourselves to others. Your path was never meant to be the same as that of the person sitting next to you, to the right or to the left or in front of you or behind you. Your path is your own. And the seventh thing is something that I tell all of my clerkship students on orientation day. I kind of go through the do's and the don'ts and, kind of laying down the groundwork and laying down the law on orientation day. And one of the things I like to talk to students about is the process of being a doctor. My personal belief is that the best doctors are not necessarily the smartest. Because at this point, you're all smart. Everyone is smart. Every single one of you. Everyone in this room is smart. That's not what determines who's a stellar, outstanding doctor. In my opinion, the best doctors are those with heart, with compassion, with dedication and thoughtfulness, with persistence, and those with deep love for humanity and a respect for the profession. William Osler said, The practice of medicine is an art. It's not a trade. It's a calling and not a business. It's a calling in which your heart will be exercised equally with your head. And I feel, if you remember that, you'll be just fine. So welcome, class of 2023. We're happy that you're here.
Thank you, Dr. Jen. We're very proud of you. Thank you for all you do for our students, the mentoring. So there's Dr. Oz and there's Dr. Jen. And I think Dr. Oz is very nervous these days. Now I'd like to introduce our Student Council President and third-year medical student Dr. Juhi Patel. Juhi received her degree in biological sciences with a concentration in organismal physiology from Drexel University. While attending Rowan SOM, prior to being elected student government president this year, Juhi served in a number of capacities supporting our students. She was vice president of the House Project Committee and head of marketing for our OMM clinic. Please join me in welcoming student Dr. Juhi Patel.
Thank you, Dean Cavalieri, for the kind words, and thank you, Dr. Cottle, for your inspiring words. I know I'm inspired sitting there listening to you. So on behalf of the student body at Rowan SOM, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you. You should all be extremely for where your good grades, test scores, interviews, and sacrifices have gotten you thus far in your career. But now you have not only started medical school, but you've taken your first set of exams. It's a big accomplishment. This first month of transition into medical school can often be difficult, so be proud, celebrate your success. It's a big one. So I'll be honest, when I was writing this speech, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to talk about. I had a lot of things to say, but what I ended up deciding to focus on is the advice I would have wanted to hear when I was sitting in your seats 2 short years ago. So first, I want all of you to know that becoming a physician is not a destination, but a journey. And as great journeys go, you'll have highs and lows. Your resiliency, not only as a student, but as a human being, will be challenged. And some days, you will be kicked when you're already down. However, with that being said, fighting through those challenges will allow you to reach successes and highs that you never thought possible. And you will become stronger and more confident person. You will one day turn into a skilled physician. So my advice for these highs and lows is to be in the present and reflect on your experiences. Learn from your lows so you don't make the same mistakes again, but be present in your highs as they need to be acknowledged and celebrated. Second, stay in touch with your family and friends. At times you will feel lonely, and that's okay, but I want you all to remind yourselves in those moments that you're not alone. You not only have the family who's here with you today, but also the peers who are sitting next to you and the support of an amazing medical school. So go see your family, visit home, go see your friends. Your mental health is just as important, if not more important, than your grades in medical school. Your performance will one day be forgotten, but the impact on your mental health you will carry with you for years. So take care of yourself, because you are a priority too. So with that said, a message for the family who are here. Thank you so much for your sacrifices thus far. Your loved ones would not be sitting in their seats without your support, but your support doesn't end here. They will need you more than they have ever needed you in the coming years. Be there for them as much as you can, and understand that if your student can't make it, for example, to your uncle's birthday party, it's because they've committed themselves to a profession that requires a lot from them. I promise you your loved one would much rather be at that birthday party, and they hate that they're missing out. But they have made a commitment today, and they need to uphold, which will require sacrifices. Now back to the students. Lastly, as you receive your white coats in a few short moments, please take a second to understand what this white coat represents to you as a medical student. This white coat is a symbol of your commitment not only to the medical profession, but also the principles and morals upheld by every physician. This white coat is a symbol of how you will respect each other just as physicians respect their patients. This white coat is a symbol of the trust you have in each other as the trust patients have in their doctor. This white coat is a symbol of how today you're committing yourself to one of the most honorable professions. As you wear this white coat, remember that you're held to a higher standard of morals and professionalism than your peers in other professions. And those morals and professionalism should be reflected on how you treat each other. But above all else, this white coat today symbolizes all the hard work you and your loved ones have put in over the long years that have led you to reach this point. So be present in your high today, relish in your achievement, and celebrate it with those you love most. Congratulations, class of 2023. Let the journey begin.
Thank you, Juhi, for your great words of advice. Good morning and welcome. My name is Paula Watkins. I am the Assistant Dean of Admissions. Students, the admissions team, and I have had the great privilege of getting to know you as you prepared for this day. I know that each of you comes to us with a story, one that for many includes great sacrifice, hard work, achievement, perseverance, and dreams for the future. I hope you've all had a chance to share your story as you get to know one another and our faculty and administration. You've been hand-selected by the Rowan SOM Admissions Committee. We believe that you are prepared to accept the responsibilities of medical school, possess the capacity and requisite skills to handle the rigors of medical school, and have earned the right to don your white coat for this first time this day, August 18th, 2019. President Hushman, Dr. Newell, Dean Cavalieri, members of the Rowan Board, and faculty, the students that sit before you have successfully met the requirements for admission to the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine. I proudly present to you the class of 2023. Members of the class of 2023, I, along with the faculty and administration of Rowan University, extend our best wishes for a meaningful and successful medical school experience at Rowan SOM. We congratulate you on this achievement and look forward to celebrating the many milestones of medical school along with you. Congratulations.
Well, it's no easy task finding the right fit of students for our school when there are over 5,000 applicants for 200 spots. So Paula Watkins and our admissions committee have done a lot of great work selecting just the right students for our school. So we are very, very excited. Now we've come to the part of this assembly that you've all been waiting for, the presentation of the white coats. Students, please remain seated until your roll is called forward. I'd like to invite select members of our Rowan SOM Admissions Committee to join us on the stage for the presentation of the white coats. Dr. Russell Greisbach, Dr. Judy Lightfoot, and Dr. Troy Randall, please come forward. I would also like to invite Ms. Paula Watkins and Dr. Kathy Lambert to assist with the ceremony and ask Dr. Hushman, Dr. Newell, and Dr. Caudle, and student Dr. Patel to rise and to greet the students.
It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the members of the Rowan SOM class of 2023. Kevin Serdinsky, Tyler Holmes, Debbie Meskin, Michael Comstead, Diego Lasso, Daniel Hansen, Patricia Rodriguez, Erica Martell, David Schulman, Rosie Wenrick, Margaret Wilson, Brian Thomas, Lauren Cable, Jesse Benzel, Sean Colson, Andrew Voyak, Eru Park, Matthew Elander, Benjamin Fink, Alexander Kateris, Joseph LaFontaine, Matthew Carroll, Justin Wong, Jonathan Huang, Aziz Akimi, Jenny Tan, Serena Sue, Amanda Zhao, Hadel Go, Dara Rana, Tasfia Tasneem, Daniel Gawertz, Christian Skornek, Christine Lencher, Sandra Eisen, Andrea Castillo, Anna Sarkisova, Ira Vogt, Stephen Poos, Maximos Baghdadi, Adib Jacob Hanna, Amanda Labib, Justina Sahara, David Nega, Antonio Smelak, Daniel Soma, Mark Ibrahim, Zachary Zajac, Dylan Souter, Christopher Delmeyer, Matthew Boykow, Thomas Sim, Joshua Buchanan, Wally Cameron, Shayna Peterzel, Andrew Vu, Crystal Chung, Kanza Tahir, Jalinda Iso, Natalie Calderon, Jesse Enrico Flores, Tessie Latorre Torres, Maheen Saeed, Charles McDaniel, Adrian Williams, Wesley Chu, Pankti Acharya, Ami Patel, Seema Desai, Maheen Muhammad, Shreya Patel, Janisha Patwa, Brianna Cunningham, Maisha Alam, Elizabeth Bowman, Rohan Yarlagada, Krut Patel, Sean Sheikh, Mushaba Chauhan, Shadi Shams, Zoha Shahabuddin, Ijaz Mohammed, Felicia Raju, Alexandria Quineri, Stut Parikh, Mariam Khan, Mona Khan, Radima Isir, Deval Jawari, Shivam Kaushik, Rahul Nair. David Marconi. Alexander Schwartz. Wilson Nia. Awesome. Waleed Abdallah. Close. Caitlin Wyman. Daniel Moody. Maya Barovchuk. Daniel Bowman. Dan Sigmund. Daniel Haddad. How you doing? Adnan Amadouyi. Abe Aradia. Thomas Schoenfelder. Brian Goldstein. Taha Sayed. Reno Sabaya. Naveed Radfar. Caleb Miller. Richard Mayella. Christina Padavani. Peñafrancia Malcampo. Abigail Dietz. Fernanda Pedrosa. Caitlin Magalni. Maria Mawit Yilma. Lojan Abuzaid. Therese Maley. Besma Abuquake. Michelle Batarian. Elena Fergulias. Melissa Herrick. Smriti Kochahar. Ramkan Kaur. Christy Patel. Aisha Patel. Riddhi Machoor. Nidhi Baxi. Julie Alex. Edward Marines. Rachel Patel. Sahil Savarna, Safa Abdulhai, Kelly Staples, Jazrini Valor, Cody Pino, Ryan Morrison, Robert Martin, Mariel Salkel, Joshua Spada, Maxim Justin, Vincent Mack, Greg Salzberg, Olalua Agonawa, Samuel Alay, George Souflis, Nicholas Masterson, Mariam Bushek, Luke Maguri, Evan Veneziano, Melvin Ways, Patrick Casey, James Washington, Alex Chung, Paul Malaran, Devin Mackey, Thomas Saras, Brett Seipel, Jessica Marconi, Anna Lackey, Nicole Mazzi, Carly Katchen, Jennifer Pyrus, Carly Earl, Julia Orico, Jessica Debsky, Emily Isola, Andrew Harmon. Harrison Jordan. Vinit Parekh. Malika Mendu. Atish Gandhi. Asim Shafiq. William Savat. Anudeep Jala. Abiram Sivanadam. Shu Bombri. Teja Chana Pradagada. Ubashek Dutta. Charvi Trivedi. Rohan Shah. Shruti Shah. Shruti Prajapati. Natalia Murdoch. Ashley Lewandowski. Paige Nassif. Alicia Souza. Darlene Mata. Rashida Bwachi. Rachel Fletcher Slater. Grace Gobo Toko Banda. Antoinette Cass. Onyinyechi Ikwebu. Patricia Chow. Dylan Perez. Mawa Kane. Maimun Ahmed. Samir Akhtar. Yash Rao. Sukhdev Brar. Waleed Azam.
Congratulations, students. What an amazing group. I think today there should be no studying. Is that okay, Dr. Boyd? You won't be angry at me. I'm going to get in trouble with Dr. Boyd, our academic dean. But enjoy the day. Just enjoy the day. Enjoy time with your family and friends. It's a special day. You've just completed an important milestone in your medical school career. At your graduation, you will recite, along with the faculty, the Osteopathic Oath. This is a sacred oath where you profess in a public ceremony to affirm your commitment to the profession and your patients. Today, though, we ask you to make a pledge that will establish a foundation for your medical school experience to acquire the necessary knowledge and skills to become a competent osteopathic physician. This pledge affirms your capacity for hard work and sacrifice, understanding and respect for your colleagues and patients, and your promise to uphold the strong values and humanistic principles that are at the core of the profession that you enter today. At this time, I'll ask the class of 2023 to rise and recite the Pledge of Commitment along with me. You can find the pledge in the back of your program. As I embark upon the study of medicine at the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine, I will enter into a relationship of mutual respect with my teachers and my colleagues to enhance the learning environment and gain the knowledge, skills, and attitudes of a competent osteopathic physician. Accept responsibility only for those matters for which I am competent, maintain the trust expected of an osteopathic physician, and never take advantage of the patient-doctor relationship. Show compassion and respect for all others. Set worthy examples in the application of humanistic principles in my relationships with patients and others within the medical community. Work toward improving my sensitivity and skills in human interaction, understanding, and respecting the differences among my patients and colleagues. Value the knowledge and wisdom of the physicians who have preceded me in the profession and endeavor to contribute to the osteopathic tradition. Recognize my weaknesses and strengths and strive to develop those qualities that will earn the respect of my patients, my colleagues, my family, and myself. Continue learning throughout all the days of my life. I'm now going to ask that you please remain standing. The class of 2023, there are many people who will support you throughout your medical school. As we've said already, your family, classmates, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends. As part of your support system, we would like you to begin your medical career with some advice. Students, please reach into your right pocket of your white coat. You will find a note with words of wisdom and support. Please take a moment to read your note. We hope these words will inspire you throughout your years of medical school and beyond. I would like to thank the family, friends, faculty, alumni, and others who donated to our White Coat Notes campaign. Nearly $10,000 was raised for much-needed funds for incoming SOM student scholarships and student activities during the year. You all made this a very successful campaign, and we thank all who contributed. At this time, the newest members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society will be honored. Students, you could sit, okay? I invite Dr. Catherine Lambert to the podium for the Gold Humanism Honor Society introduction ceremony. Kathy.
To our class of 2023, let me add my heartfelt congratulations. As I look out among you, and I can't see you because of the lights, but I've seen you for the last month, and I look out among you and I see confidence, I see eagerness, and perhaps a little nervousness. I see the faces of future physicians, my future colleagues. Please remember, each and every one of you, how very much each and every one of us here at Rowan SOM want to see you succeed. You are not alone on this journey. We are here to help each and every one of you. And now for the Gold Humanism Honor Society induction. So let me begin by inviting Dr. George Scott, the Professionalism Director for the SOM GHHS, up here to join me on the stage. The Gold Humanism Honor Society is an international association of individuals and medical school chapters dedicated to foster, recognize, and support the values of humanism and professionalism in medicine. Each year, we ask our fourth-year students to complete an online ballot to elect the newest members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. On the ballot, students are asked questions such as, name the classmate whose honesty and integrity are above reproach. Name the classmate who most demonstrates concern and empathy for patients. Name the classmate you would want as the DO for yourself or your family. In addition, students are asked to name a faculty member who has demonstrated a strong commitment to humanistic values. Before I call each candidate forward, I invite Dr. Hushman, Dr. Newell, and Dr. Cavalieri to join me here on the stage in congratulating the students. Gentlemen. I ask each candidate for the Gold Humanism Honor Society to please come forward when I call your name to read your certificate. First, Thomas Ajami. William Baker. Leonard Bellotti. Karen Custodio. Michael DiFilippo. Christian DiLiberto. Nardine El-Shama. Christopher Colin Hayes. Adam Hirsch. Neil Jane. Panayotis Koutsoupias. Deepa Kumarji Gouda. Jonathan Lee. Zamran Masih. Lauren McKay. Eamon Mitwali. Adam Perlstein. Helene Puzio. Ruchi Shaw. Aaron Torpy. Ni Tran. Scott Weissmiller. Caitlin Wilkie. Doris Shaw. And from the faculty, Dr. Paul Bryman. Now we're going to do a pledge. We're going to do the pledge. You guys want to sit down?
Yeah.
We're going to do the pledge.
Yep.
Okay, everyone have your pledge on the back. Good.
I would now ask each of the new members to recite the Gold Humanism Honor Society pledge along with me. It can be found on the back of your certificate holders. As a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society, I pledge to be a role model and mentor for humanism and professionalism in medicine, promote a balance between science and humanism in patient care, inspire colleagues to promote humanism at all levels of healthcare, advocate for humanism in medicine on campus, in practice, personally, locally, and nationally, foster collegiality and support within the society, reach out to and support those struggling to overcome humanism in medicine, work towards improving healthcare for all. Congratulations to this year's Gold Humanism Honor Society inductees. Thank you.
Congratulations all.
Congratulations,
well done.
guys. Good job.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Linda Boyd. I'm the Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs here. I'm the one who is trying to say you still have to study today. You have an exam every Friday, so come on. I want to add my congratulations to all the students and to the families who helped to get you here. We're very proud of you. We're already so excited at the the good work that you're doing in school, and we know that you're going to be great physicians. As a proud alumnus of the school, I know the hard journey that you're on, and I just want to promise you again, I told you this in orientation, but I want to promise you that we're all here to help and support you. All you need to do is ask, and sometimes even if you don't ask, we'll come and help you. So we're here for you. As we conclude today's program, I would like to extend a special thank you to all the Student Affairs team, the student and staff volunteers, the theater staff, academic technology team, and the Rowan Public Safety for making this event possible. I'd like to give them a round of applause. Immediately following the recessional, the light refreshments will be available at the hospitality tent, and school spirit sales will begin in the Flieger Theater lobby. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today, and I ask you to remain seated until after the full recessional has passed. Thank you.